Chicos, chicas, ¿cómo están? ¿Qué os cuenta la vida? Aquí Vampire con un nuevo video para el canal. Esta vez estamos en un episodio más de Genshin Impact. Bueno, se creó en el episodio anterior. Hemos llegado a este lugar, al Gran Bazar. Al parecer, Nido se ha unido a nuestra operación como la buena dancer que es, que nos va a ser bastante útil por el tema de cómo funciona la mecánica de los dancers. Así que, ahorita tendríamos que estar esperando, pero como yo soy un estudiante universitario, la palabra descansar no existe en mi vocabulario. Vale, tenemos que ir a la fucking academia, a la fucademia. Lo que tenemos que hacer ahorita es salvar a Nahira de su prisión en la que se encuentra. Y para eso este plan tiene que salir perfecto, weón. Tiene que salir recontra perfecto. Estoy en una dirección incorrecta, me cago en todo. Y parte de ese plan consiste en partir de la madre a cada weón de la academia, tengo entendido. Pero primero tenemos que ser cautos. Acá está. Y aquí está la academia. De alguna manera me va a hacer entrar. Debe ser porque él es el escriba. Y él tiene contactos ahí dentro. Vayamos.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
¡No! ¡No dormí!
Not really. Hyman got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost up. What about you, Alhaitam?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Ah,
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again?
solo para estar seguro de los detalles. Porque tal vez no sea tan necesario entrar en modo ultraviolento.
Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Hyman's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
Tecnología de control, por lo que me ha comentado Alhaitam, ellos están usando un panel con un montón de botones. Ya, eso debe ser un panel de control o algo parecido. Que lo que hace es básicamente eso, pues controlar IP, P y toda esa PID. No voy a
That isn't
detenerme
something they could
explicando
have
todo
accomplished
eso,
with their
¿ok?
scholarly talents alone. In the sanctuary of Surasthana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating.
Ya.
500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of another.
So, how are we gonna get to the Grand Sage's office?
Don't forget, today is Nyagarbaha Day, arguably the most important day to the academia.
Ñagarbaja. Así se pronuncia. Vale.
The sages and core academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the academia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon.
Vale. No es por insultarte al Alhaitam, pero creo que hay una falla catastrófica en tu plan.
Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all.
Sí. En todo caso, ¿cómo es que accederíamos a ese panel?
If precedence holds, the academia should have already started preparing for Nyagarbaha Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through the front door?
Claro, Alhaitam va a decir que somos sus panas del alma y entraremos a la oficina de las oficinas de todas las oficinas que existen.
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
No, weón. Es que tu plan, estar ahí al costado de Alhaitam, el argentino más dentro de todos los que existen. Ya estoy empezando a hablar huevadas.
Hyman can't think of a good comeback. Alright, it's all on Alhaitam if things go south.
¡Ya! Madre, ¿cómo me agradan los personajes de Sumeru? Entro en la academia con el Heisen. Presiona V para cancelar. Bueno, para navegar. Simplemente tenemos que ir hacia acá y nos van a dejar entrar. Vale, sé que por allí se puede encontrar un cofre que me vendría bastante de lujo. No me permiten avanzar más.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitam?
Tranquila, Paimon. Solamente lo están tratando como si fuera una persona de trabajo.
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but I didn't know what for. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Esto no pinta bien. Alhaitam, por favor, di que soy practicante. Por favor, di que soy interino.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me.
Ya, primero, ¿qué mierda es semiótica? Que yo también me he olvidado de esos conceptos escolares. No se sientan mal si es que no se acuerdan de sus clases de primaria. Semiótica, ciencia que estudia los diferentes sistemas de signos que permiten la comunicación entre individuos, sus modos de producción, de funcionamiento y recepción. Y encima eres el tercero en el debate interescolar, Take. Con razón eres una persona tan tóxica y tan racista.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking.
Nunca se metan a un club de debate. Esos clubes están llenos de gente tóxica que no les servirán para nada en la vida.
Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler.
Practicante.
outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were gone from the academia for so long because...
Me estaba buscando a mí.
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now.
¿Siquiera
Thank you
piensas?
for getting me back on track.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the academia, Scribe.
Dios mío, la gente aquí.
What the heck just happened now? What did he just guess?
Y yo que pensaba que la gente de la PUC eran unos hijos de puta.
I'm afraid I don't know either.
Buena improvisación, Alhacen. Por algo eres el mejor dentro.
You have no idea?
Luego de Najira.
He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Básicamente estudiantes de la PUC.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity. Let's go.
Vale. Entremos a la casa de Diana, pero primero, ¿dónde chucha está el cofre? Yo me acuerdo que había un cofre por aquí. Incluso lo he guardado entre mis tweets guardados, pero claro, como ha pasado un chingo de tiempo, ya no tengo la wea dentro. A ver, voy a hacer una búsqueda en Google, ¿le parecen? Gente, no encuentro dónde chucha está el cofre de mierda. Bueno, de hecho hay un montón de videos en YouTube, pero no sé, me acuerdo haber encontrado en una cuenta de Twitter esa wea, pero parece que no. Tal vez esté todo el rato cuando toque la oportunidad aquí yendo para tratar de robarme todo lo que han robado y todo eso, pero no sé, es algo de orgullo por si no se le han dado cuenta. A ver, tenemos que ir acá, entrar en la casa de la arena. Vale, aquí tenemos que entrar, por lo que veo. A ver qué sucede.
Is this the academia's library?
Así parece.
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
Nah, no creo.
The academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural. Now, hurry along.
Y actuar natural, actuar natural. Actuar natural, o sea, actuar como si fuera un estudiante de ingeniería apurado por encontrar el libro que necesita. Escóndete y espera el momento adecuado. Disculpen, estoy apurado, necesito algo para mi tesis, necesito el libro de mi tesis.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No me gusta usar ascensores, pero no queda de otra.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Grand Sage. Let's step back and observe for now.
Nos quedamos
You
aquí.
think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh, Paimon thinks that's really dangerous.
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be much safer if we...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
La putísima madre que te recontra mil parió, Azar.
What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
Do not tell me you believed the academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
¿Saben lo que dicen? El peor enemigo de un argentino es un inglés.
Grand Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the traveler and Paimon.
El mero mero, el hijo perdido de David Beckham.
It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum.
Solo queremos hablar con usted. No tenemos ganas ahorita de emplear la violencia, ¿sabe? ¿No?
Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the situation at hand, and have no intention of making a reckless stand. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me to my office.
Aquí es cuando lo mato, ¿no?
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
No para nosotros, pero para alguien más sí.
All right then, traveler. What did you wish to discuss with me?
Quería hablar un poco de fútbol. ¿Sabía usted de que el Liverpool derrotó 7-0 a Manchester United? Porque, o sea, lo que no entiendo es por qué el Manchester United tiene un arquero tan feo como De Gea. O sea, no entiendo la verdad cómo este conjuro sigue teniendo trabajo.
Today is Nyagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all.
Los Fatui no son de fiar, tienen motivos ocultos.
You seem to know quite a bit about our endeavors. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Es un buen proyecto, uno bastante innovador y no me sale ahorita la palabra, pero lo que estoy diciendo es que su proyecto es chido. Lo que está mal son sus patrocinadores. Consíganse a alguien mejor.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me?
Beneficios.
Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work.
Yeah.
Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god.
Un dios con sabiduría humana. Vaya plan que ustedes tienen.
If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom.
Bro, no sé si te has dado cuenta, pero si creas un dios en base a la sabiduría humana, ese dios solamente va a tener sabiduría humana. Sí, que sí puede mejorar, que sí puede alcanzar un poco más de divino, pero va a seguir teniendo sabiduría humana. No va a tener la sabiduría divina original, que es la que tú quieres. No es como que se vaya a transformar en toda esta valla. No, así no funcionan los átomos. Así no funcionan los átomos. Tú estás teniendo una idea bastante errónea de cómo es que es el funcionamiento del universo y la metafísica y la física cuántica.
We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge.
Tú solo estás creando una marioneta que te diga qué hacer en base a tus propios principios.
Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight.
Al contrario, lo estás llevando más a la chingada.
For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it.
Pero es que, mano, ¿no te das cuenta que al final del tiempo sigues dependiendo de un dios?
You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion.
Ya tienen una diosa que literal les puede dejar hacer lo que a ustedes se dé la maldita gana.
Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali. What can she even do?
Crear una fucking mecha.
Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play for the academia. Does that make us equal to the gods?
No, porque ustedes no son dioses.
We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like?
Sí, porque la sabiduría se crea cada día. Hoy día tal vez tengamos un concepto del universo. Mañana tendremos otro, y al día siguiente otro, y al día siguiente otro. Y después el telescopio Hubble va a sacar una foto que demostrará que todo lo que hemos pensado es erróneo. Y tendremos que sacar más sabiduría. Cada día se aprende algo nuevo. Y esa es la clase de sabiduría que es la que vale. Eso es verdadera sabiduría.
With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic justification. Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
Es como si yo me estuviera hablando a un espejo. Pero no al yo de ahora, sino al yo de cuando tenía 13, 11 años, creo.
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Alhaitam? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested.
¿No había hojitas?
It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler, an array of information about him ready for your perusal.
Alhaitam? So you're still on the academia side!
Descuida, yo me he visto la storyline del plotline. Estamos ahorita en el primer acto.
We finally started to trust you!
Alhaitam.
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Niagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself.
Ese 2% me basta y sobra, pana.
To put it into words you can understand, Wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons.
Entonces estoy al mismo nivel de importancia que el gran juez.
Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no?
¿Y con eso qué quiere decir?
Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Sí, weón, estoy acá. ¿Por qué no me arrestan de una puta vez? Se están haciendo larga. Innecesariamente larga.
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert. Am I correct?
No le digas sin ocioso. Podrá ser cromeriante, pero nunca un ocioso.
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who had defected from the Academia. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%? What do you think?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the Traveler is still willing to sacrifice for the sake of your plan. If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work.
¿Plan de contingencia? Ahí se equivoca. No tenemos un plan de contingencia. Tenemos 3 planes de contingencia.
Sneak into the Academia on Nia Garbaha Day, using Alhaitam's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitam will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Academia and continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person.
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say, no?
Le cree demasiado a esas posibilidades de 70% por lo que parece.
Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
Si no le afecta, hagámoslo.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably
Eso se trata
damage
del
the
ego.
Academia's regular operations and the development of Sumeru's future academic systems. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our great work.
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Guards!
Conocimiento divino.
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the
Ya
most
secreta
rational
Kumi, el
scholar
conjuro.
will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitam? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power. He has gone completely insane.
Au. Muerto por jugarle al Roman Reigns.
Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Jnabra Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Fase 1 completada.
Don't lock us up! Let us out!
Tranquila, Paimon, todo está yendo conforme lo hemos planeado. Déjalo, Paimon.
Oh, yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh?
Yo lo hice mejor.
Everything's
Yo sí he estado en un
going
club de
according to plan
teatro.
so far. We
No
made it
tú.
into confinement, and Alhaitam's probably done with his part too.
Me estoy refiriendo a Paimon, no a la actriz de voz. De momento podemos relajarnos.
We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitam sure knows how to cook up a plan. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up.
Recapitulemos lo que hablamos durante nuestra reunión de estrategia.
Right. Paimon thinks it went something like this.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the traveler to the confinement room.
Darle confianza a los de la academia.
Why do we want to get him locked up on purpose?
Ya lo dije, para darle la idea a la academia de que ellos tienen todo bajo control.
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk he poses to them. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
Inserte frase del arte de la guerra de Sun Tzu.
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more important task once he's in confinement. According to the academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is to wake up Nahida. Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail for.
The confinement room is inside the academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors.
Nunca he necesitado alguna visita en la vida, así que está bien.
I'll work with
Tengo
Ramon's
ningún problema.
scholars to make some modifications
No algo
to your
sad.
Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
1% posibilidades, 99% de
Here
fe.
you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Alhaitam modified. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless?
Piensan que la caja está bajo su control.
Alright, so what now?
Ok, primero tenemos que encontrar el punto con mejor señal en la sala.
Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this time. Let's do it. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal.
Bueno, creo que voy a dejar el episodio hasta acá. Espero que os haya gustado. De verdad, es que ahora estamos entrando ya a lo que es lo mejor de la misión de Sumeru, que es el maldito plan. El Alhaitam es un puto capo, de verdad, ha pensado del todo, por lo que parece. Incluso los guionistas también. Así que bueno, sin más que decir, pueden dejar el like, compartirlo con un amigo que también esté en esta clase de prisión. Y nada, hasta aquí Vampire. Nos vemos en el siguiente video. Bueno, soy un convicted felon now. Será mejor que me comporte como uno.